Alright, welcome back to another season of the CV Cast, I guess we're going to call it. I am your host, Harry Dixon, and this is what I think about hockey. I basically just forgot to do the Europe trip, so I'll go over those games real quick here. Really, the Sabres made what I think are probably the 4th and the 6th best teams in the Western Conference look like the 10th and 12th best teams in the Western Conference. Two games that were never really close at any point. Sabres dominated in all ends. Actually got outshot in both games, which is a little weird, but just real strong performances by the Sabres in those games. Moving on to tonight's slash last night's game, the Carolina game that I was in the building for. Early on in the game, I said that it looked like it was between a playoff team and a 10th place team. I kind of regret saying that because I think that it was between a playoff team and a 13th or 14th place team, and a couple of reasons for that. The first of which, on a night when the Sabres were mediocre to bad at getting pucks on net, they still put 42 shots on Cam Ward. If they're a little bit more able to pull the trigger, they probably hit 50 shots. That Carolina defense just is not good. It looks like an AHL defense. They're just bad. And really, outside of the scoring chances that the Sabres gave them, Carolina was not at all threatening offensively. They had 2 power play goals. Sabres gave them those through penalties. They had 2 goals on really awful turnovers on. The Sabres had their power play going, and just Carolina's bad. They are one Cam Ward injury away from really competing with Ottawa for the worst record in the league. Just yikes. Not really worried at all. I mean, it's one game, and that's the great thing about hockey is that you play so often you can just move on from it. I think that a lot of it is having 3 new faces on defense in Ehrhoff and Regehr and Graniani, and I think they're still crafting a little bit of an identity. They really have 5 offensive defensemen and Robin Regehr. They either need to get their roles sorted out on defense, or they need to really mesh better together as a team so the forwards can cover for the defensive when they're going to go barreling up ice with reckless abandon. Not worried. I got Pittsburgh tomorrow, so hopefully that goes a little better. I am now going to my 3 stars, 3 black holes. I did this all year last year, and I'm going to do it again this year. Just a kind of a fun way of summing up the best and worst players of each game. And actually, at the end of the season, I'm going to tally everything up and see who came out on top. Typically, I assign 3 points for first star, 2 points for second star, and 1 point for third star, and then -1, 2, and 3 for the third, second, and first black holes. Let me just find my sheet real quick from last year. And the defending champion last year was Thomas Vanek with 31 total points. He ended up with 20 stars and 4 black holes, and the defending I don't even know what to call it, defending black hole champion, and I'm really not sure what caused this, but it was Jason Pominville beating out Chris Butler, Tim Connolly, and Rob Niedermeyer. He had 4 stars and 12 black holes for a -14. So maybe I just had too high expectations for Pominville, or had too high expectations last season. But we'll jet on over to the Ducks box score. The first star is real easy. It's Thomas Vanek, 2 goals and an assist. Will get that for you. Just really a dominant game by Vanek. 3 points, 9 shots on goal. Monster game. Just nothing bad to say there. Second star, I'm going to give to our new captain, Jason Pominville. He had the flip side of Thomas Vanek's 2 goals and 1 assist, with 1 goal and 2 assists, and had 4 shots of his own, and he's just going to be a really dependable guy in every zone, in every situation. So 2nd star to Jason Pominville. I am going to give the 3rd star to a new Sabre, Ville Leino, mainly for picking up his first goal. It's good to see him get on the score sheet quick, especially with the high expectations that a lot of fans have for him. You know, I hate to hand out black holes in games like this, because really there's not a whole lot bad to say about anybody on the team, but I'm going to do it anyway. The only games I don't give out black holes for are shutouts. I'm going to, since the team played so well, I'm just going to give out 3 third black holes worth -1 point. I'm going to give 1 to Cody McCormick. Just really wasn't a factor at all, but you know, when the team's winning, he really doesn't need to be. So that's not really a bad mark on him. It's just, you know, one I have to give out. I'll give the 2nd third black hole to I give it to Drew Stafford. Again, that's not really not really an easy one to give out. Just it didn't really show up on the score sheet, but I really didn't think he played bad at all. And the other one I'm going to give to Derek Roy. Same thing. Didn't show up on the score sheet, but really didn't have a bad game. Moving on to the Los Angeles Kings game. Say goodnight to my girlfriend here real quick. Moving on to the Kings game. Their first star is pretty easy again. It's Luke Adam. You got to give it to the guy that had 2 goals. 2nd star is going to be Thomas Vanek, who added 2 assists. Really did the body of the work on that first Adam goal with a pass off his stomach. Just sometimes it's just insane to watch these guys play. Vanek in particular. And 3rd star. Who can we pick for that one? I'll give it to Paul Gaustad for that. That just utterly nasty deflection for the Sabres' 3rd goal. Just, you know, if he can do that 5-10 times a year, awesome. Love Gaustad for that. 3 black holes. Again, the team played well, so pretty hard to hand these out. Give 1 to Brad Boyes, and talk a little bit more about him in a minute, but he just really hasn't been much of a factor yet this season. Hopefully that'll change. I'll give so I guess I'll give Boyes the 3rd one. I'm going to give out 3 third black holes again, because really the team played pretty well. I'll give another one to Tyler Ennis. Non-factor on the score sheet. If I recall correctly, he really didn't have that great of a game on top of that. So he'll also get a 3rd black hole there. And really, I'll give the other one to Patrick Coletta, who just does not look like a factor in any way this season. Just he really hasn't been hitting it. If he's not going to do that, I'm not sure that he has a spot on the roster, especially when Hesh comes back. And the Carolina game, 1st star is going to go to Drew Stafford. 1 goal, 1 assist. Johnny on the spot for the brief tying goal there. 2nd star I'm going to give to Derek Roy, who also had a really good game, and went 16-9 on faceoff. And if he can get anywhere near 50% on faceoffs this season, that'll be huge, because that's something we've been missing is a top line guy that can win faceoffs, and Leno's like 4 in a billion on the year, so he's not it. 3rd star. Just look up and down the score sheet here. I'll give it to Nathan Gerbe. He was a +2 on the night. He was being Nathan Gerbe for most of the night, and no real better way to describe it than that. And I'll give another one to Paul Gaustad for beating the ever-loving shit out of Tim Gleason. You gotta love those moments when a guy's kind of giving one of the Sabres the business with the gloved hand, and Gaustad just decided, you know what, I'm going to kick your ass right here, right now. And he did. 3 black holes. Everyone's going to get one because everyone deserves one. Every forward, every defenseman, and Miller. Nobody was faultless. It's a team sport, and especially on a night like tonight when there's just a lot of stupid plays. Everybody gets the 3rd black hole. On top of that, the 2nd black hole is I think I'm going to give it to Christian Ehrhoff. That's a tough one. He logged a ton of minutes. Led the Sabres in ice time by about 5 minutes with 26 minutes played. Had an assist. Was also -2 on the night. That's kind of I have no one better to give it to, so I'm going to give it to Ehrhoff. Black hole. And you know what? Actually, scratch that. I'm going to give it to Boys. Boys was invisible. I got to give Ehrhoff credit. He played a ton of time. That's going to Red Boys. And the 1st black hole, and it's really weird to give a guy with 1 goal and 8 shots on goal a black hole, but it's pretty obvious Thomas Vanek did not have the best night, but that'll happen sometimes. I don't think that'll be a habit, so feel comfortable in saying that he will rebound, and he had a goal anyways, and he looks like a man possessed this season, and that's only a good thing. See you guys tomorrow night.